here we are in studio.
Yeah.
Jeffrey, thanks for joining us.
Thanks for having me.
The reason we're here today is we want to talk a little bit about your latest video and your latest song. We have a bit of a history together. We did Slings and Arrows, and that was a very successful song and music video.
Yeah.
And we're now following that up with the latest song. So why don't you just tell us a little bit about the process of that song?
Sure. The song is on my latest album that I put out in March of this year, and it's a song called I Want to Go Back There. And it's a relationship song, and specifically the part of the relationship that it's about is the end of a relationship.
It'd be easy to just turn and walk away. It'd be simple.
There's wide open space around sort of the vocal. There's sparse piano. There's really deep reverb, and you get this sense, I think, this openness and desolation and sort of a sonic experience of what the character is going through emotionally. So, and as a result, it sounds very different than anything else on the record, and probably very different than anything else I've ever done, actually.
I think the other thing that's interesting is I think we were on the same wavelength when it came to the idea of desolation. It felt like it needed to be someplace that was wide open, and desolate.
Yeah.
And so I think we both thought, Northern Saskatchewan potentially.
We knew we were going to Northern Saskatchewan. We were going to get into lakes and forest and wide open big skies and all that sort of stuff that was going to help visually tell our story. But then with the recent forest fires up there, I had no idea how that looked. And when we get up there, you start to see like miles and miles of burnt out forest. This byproduct of the forest fire is a strangely good setting to help us tell our story visually.
The biggest challenge I think for the crew was you play piano. Ever wonder how to move a piano in a forest? Well, if you're shooting a music video, you need some strong lads.
Everywhere. 3, 2, 1.
So we got a 1,000 or 1,200 pound piano that we're going to end up lugging through the forest. You know, my back hurts a little bit, so I think I'll just go for a walk over here. And taking it onto a regular fishing boat out into the middle of the lake. Steve, tell me about the process of what you had to do.
So we've got all these sort of limitations, the fact that we're in the middle of nowhere, so I can't exactly rent like a crane to bring out. It's gonna have to be like a few guys just strong-arming a piano. So we had to make the piano lighter. I actually just cut all these huge chunks of wood out and this giant steel harp.
The thing I found most interesting is once you take the harp out, guess what? There's no more play on the keys. What are we gonna do?
They just fall dead. Yeah.
So tell us what you did there.
Well, so I ended up putting a little nail on each of the 88 keys and just below each key, and then stringing little tiny rubber bands.
88 of them.
So that you had something to feed back on,
And
right?
it felt great. Like it felt real, actually.
Let's talk now maybe about the iconic shot, the shot that we made the piano hollow for, and really the main reason I think we went out to the north is we had this idea of playing the piano, levitating in the middle of Reindeer Lake. I think most people are going to think it's CGI, you know.
And when we posted it still on Facebook, that's what people were saying. They're like, this can't even be real. How did you do this?
That's right.
Yeah.
Hashtag practical effect. We were very, very adamant that we didn't want any CGI anywhere in this video. We all wanted to be practical shooting, and it's a breathtaking shot. The complexity of that shot was made a lot easier by what Steve was able to achieve. So let's talk a little bit about that. Let's talk about the idea of how you were able to find that location and what it took.
We'd been up there a few times shooting Nordic Lodge, and we'd found some places that maybe you could just do it on the beach, but it's really not in the middle of nowhere. So I started scouring satellite imagery, looking for places maybe that I can see a shallow spot, and I'd earmarked about, 6 places that were within a reasonable distance from the camp.
We are literally going to the last one. I think after 2 days of location scouting, we hit this, what honestly seemed like shore. Remarkably, that here is going to allow us to have that illusion that Jeffrey is playing his piano literally in the middle of nowhere. You're looking around and it's miles to the shore in every single direction. It was unbelievable. When you were cutting that, was there any difficulty? Did all the shots work?
I would say the majority of the shots work. There are some angles in the drone where it's looking straight down that you can see the rocks, just because the water is so clear. But as soon as you get on a slight angle and the light's bouncing off of it a certain way.
It's like any good
Stunning.
magic trick, you know, the best coin trick, it's just in my hand the whole time.
Exactly, and just a slight change of angle spoils the whole effect.
Why don't we talk now a little bit about the post process?
First of all, I jumped at the chance to cut it. I edited Slings and Arrows as well, worked with Chris on that and you, and it was so much fun, so I didn't have a second thought. So whatever the footage was going to be, I was happy to bite into it. And this footage was stunning, and there was so much of it. And it was a real process cutting it, because the first cut, you kind of want to have a little bit of everything. That beautiful, desolate footage, it almost looks monochromatic because everything is singed. So you start on that and you hold it until the song begins to pick up, and then you start, picking up pace. And the big cue for us was in the song, there's quite a delay before you actually hear the piano, before the piano becomes a character. And so I wanted to avoid even seeing that piano until we hear it. So it's just you up until the piano comes along to assist you in telling the story, and suddenly, boom, there it is.
But the way you did it is really artful. Like, it's really great.
Appreciate it.
Yeah, it looks fantastic. I had never done a music video this complicated before. Strangely, this complicated that ended up looking the most beautiful. Like, it's kind of strange, like the detail and the complication that went into making something look so natural. Thank you guys very much for your help in making this creation. It's beautiful, and I can't wait to let people get their eyes on it.
Well, thanks again, Jeffrey. We appreciate it, and we wish you all the success on this video and all the rest of them to come.
Thanks, man.
Awesome.
Much appreciated.
It'd be easy to just turn and walk away. It'd be simple. Oh. What we had was amazing. Yeah, meant to be where we were saving. Call me crazy, but I don't wanna give it up. Wherever it went, I wish that we could go back there. Wherever it was, it's gone, it just ain't fair, and I don't wanna settle for less than incredible. Ain't nothing we can't repair. Wherever it went, yeah. I wanna go back there. Used to be crazy. Every time we kiss, nothing else matters but us. So perfect together. Oh yeah, we were the best. Don't you remember? I don't wanna give it up. I don't wanna give it up. Wherever it went, I wish that we could go back there. Wherever it was, it's gone, it just ain't fair, and I don't And I don't wanna settle for less than incredible. Ain't nothing we can't repair. Wherever it went, yeah.